Rhaenyra's actress broke down after filming that scene. Emma Darcy speaks out. Welcome back, everyone, to the channel where fantasy meets strategy and nostalgia fuels our digital adventures. Some performances stay with us forever. Some scenes transcend fiction and reach deep into the actor's soul. And for Emma Darcy, the powerful performer behind Queen Rhaenyra Targaryen, one moment changed everything. It wasn't a death scene. It wasn't a dragon fight. It was something far more human. Something real. In today's video, we're diving into the emotional journey of Emma Darcy, who recently opened up about the heartbreaking scene that brought them to tears, both on and off screen. A scene so devastating, so raw, it left them completely broken. This is the story behind that breakdown. This is the truth Emma Darcy finally shared with the world. From rising star to queen of the realm. Before we delve into that scene, let's take a step back. Emma Darcy's journey to portraying Rhaenyra Targaryen wasn't just a career leap, it was a calling. Known for their roles in Truth Seekers and Wanderlust, Emma brought something rare to every performance: vulnerability wrapped in strength, mystery anchored in deep emotional intelligence. When HBO announced that Emma would play the older Rhaenyra, the queen-in-waiting, mother, fighter, and political chess master, the internet lit up with curiosity. Could they fill the void left by Millie Alcock's mesmerizing younger Rhaenyra? What followed in Season 1 stunned fans. Emma Darcy became Rhaenyra, regal, resilient, wounded, and relentless. But the price of portraying a character so intertwined with pain, loss, and power. That cost became clear during one unforgettable moment in Season 2. Setting the stage, a queen grieves alone. Midway through Season 2, House of the Dragon delivered one of the most heart-wrenching sequences in the series, Rhaenyra's emotional unraveling after the death of her son, Lucerys Velaryon. In the final moments of Season 1, Lucerys is killed by Aemon Targaryen and his monstrous dragon, Vhagar, in a tragic act of war gone too far. But it's not until Season 2 that we truly see the emotional consequences hit Rhaenyra with their full force. The funeral scene, the black cloak, the wordless agony. Her body sways, her face hardens. Then, she collapses in silence. It was a moment that froze millions of viewers in their seats, and it shattered Emma Darcy from within. They would later describe filming that day as the most emotionally taxing experience of my career. Emma Darcy speaks out. I broke down after that scene. In a raw and intimate interview with The Guardian, Emma finally opened up about what really happened behind the scenes after filming Rhaenyra's funeral breakdown. I went back to my trailer, they said, and I just sobbed. But this wasn't method acting. This wasn't scripted emotion. This was something deeper. It felt like my body didn't understand that it was just a scene, they admitted. It was as if I had actually lost something, someone. Emma went on to say that the grief in that moment, Rhaenyra's grief, became their grief. I think something in me cracked open. I couldn't put it back together. They revealed that the scene required over 12 takes. 12 times reliving that anguish. 12 times embodying the unbearable heartbreak of a mother who lost her child, and a queen who could no longer afford to cry. By the final take, Emma had to be helped off set. They could barely walk, barely speak. A mother's grief, a performer's pain. To understand why that moment cut so deeply, we must understand what Rhaenyra represented to Emma. She's constantly carrying grief, Emma said. Grief over her childhood, over the loss of her status, over her fractured family, and then, the ultimate grief, the death of a child. Emma had spent months inhabiting that space, the slow, relentless erosion of a woman who tried to do the right thing in a world stacked against her. By the time they reached that funeral scene, all of Rhaenyra's pain was already simmering beneath the surface. There's something sacred about maternal grief, Emma reflected. It's not loud. It's not explosive, it's contained. Like a black hole, it collapses inward, and takes everything with it. And that's exactly what we saw on screen. A queen on the edge of collapse, but with a crown to wear. The cost of emotional authenticity. In the age of green screens and CGI, it's easy to assume that acting is all pretend. But for actors like Emma Darcy, it goes far beyond performance. It's embodiment, it's transformation. They revealed that to access the depths of Rhaenyra's grief, they drew upon personal memories of loss. I thought of people I've lost. I thought of the things I never got to say. And then I thought about having to bury that pain, because the realm expects strength. Emma called it emotional alchemy, turning real sorrow into something performative, something palatable. But the cost, it doesn't vanish when the camera's cut. I couldn't sleep that night, Emma said. I didn't want to be touched. I didn't want to talk. I just needed to feel empty. The director's perspective. We all felt it. Claire Kilner, the director of that harrowing episode, later shared her own account of the moment. She described the silence on set as holy. After Emma's final take, Kilner said, "No one moved. No one spoke. The crew stood frozen, in tears. We knew we had witnessed something unforgettable." She praised Emma's bravery. They didn't just act grief. They became grief. Even the camera crew was emotionally shaken. Several members reportedly stepped away to collect themselves. It was one of the most powerful moments I've ever seen on set, Kilner added. And it wasn't in the script. That rawness. That was Emma. Why the scene resonated with millions. After the episode aired, social media exploded. Fans from around the world flooded the internet with messages of support and admiration for Emma's performance. One fan wrote, "That scene gutted me. I haven't cried that hard watching TV since the Red Wedding." Another said, "Emma Darcy deserves every award in existence for that performance. I felt every second of Rhaenyra's pain." But what truly stood out were the personal messages from parents, particularly mothers, who said they saw themselves in Rhaenyra. Not the queen, not the dragon rider, but the grieving, quiet, broken mother. Emma later said, "If even one person felt seen in that moment, then it was worth the pain." Living with Rhaenyra. Today, Emma Darcy continues to carry Rhaenyra's story forward in Season 2, a queen at war, a mother in mourning, a woman torn between rage and justice. But they admit, there's a piece of Rhaenyra that will always live in me. And there's a piece of me that she took. They also emphasize the need for emotional recovery. After that scene, I took 2 weeks off. I saw my therapist. I spent time with my chosen family. I had to find myself again. And that honesty, that vulnerability, is what makes Emma's portrayal of Rhaenyra so unforgettable. Not the dragons, not the power, but the raw truth beneath it all. A performance for the ages. So now, when you rewatch that scene, when you see Rhaenyra walk through the ashes of her world, silent and grieving, know this, it wasn't just a scene. It was a moment of real human pain. A glimpse into the soul of an actor who gave everything, and then gave a little more. Emma Darcy didn't just act as Rhaenyra Targaryen. They bore her grief. They broke for her, and in doing so, they gifted us one of the most haunting, unforgettable performances in television history. To Emma, thank you. And to Rhaenyra, we see you. If this video moved you, please like, comment, and subscribe. And let us know in the comments, what moment from Emma Darcy's performance broke your heart the most? Until next time, remember, some crowns are worn in silence, and some queens rule with tears no one ever sees.